What the fuck is up, man? It's Roger 2 for real. If you know, you know. If you don't, you a hoe, man. As you can tell the title, I'm telling the truth, no cap. I'm just gonna be telling you guys how I got kicked out, how my whole process basically left like from when I started to where it ended. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, or if you guys did not see on my story, I did post what you guys did want to know about what I went through. Basically what you guys wanted to know about my process. Before I get into the story time, I just want to say I have no hate towards the job. Like, honestly, like, it's a great career. It just wasn't for me. Like, God has bigger plans for me. Everything happens for a reason. I really do believe in that. There's nothing you could really do about it. You just got to keep your chest up and chin high. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep doing what you're doing. And we just got to keep going and moving forward with life, bro. Like, whatever happens, you can't do nothing about it. So basically, I started the whole process last year. It was after I turned 18. I applied, and then I shortly got an email, like probably like the next day or so. And from there, I just started the whole process. It went through tests, through background checks, through like polygraph tests. The whole reason that I wanted to get into law enforcement was because I started off playing baseball, and then I didn't like baseball. So then I just thought, like, oh, law enforcement is cool. Like, my whole career is gonna be set up, my whole life. I'm gonna have good pay, benefits, and all that. I mean, I've heard people were saying like it's easy to get in, so I'm like, fuck it. It was basically like my short way out of like a career path. Like, honestly, that's the way I thought about it. It was my short way out. God didn't want me to take the easy way, I guess. My whole process took about like 6 months. The academy day is like, it's 12 weeks long, which is 3 months. So I was in there for about like six weeks. So basically I was there for the 6 weeks, and a week before the 6-week mark, they had put me on a probation, like if anything happens, like if you don't turn in your homework, if you don't do this, we could kick you out at any time. Which was bullshit, because they put me on that because I wasn't turning in my work, which I did. I even gave it to the teacher, because in there they have instructors which they teach like class time, basically like studying and stuff like that. I turned in my classwork to the guy, and he was like, okay, it's good, no worries. Like the next day or some, or like later that day, they brought me into the office with the sergeant, and he basically just told me, he's like why didn't you turn in your work, this and that. They're basically like fucking chewing my ass out, fucking talking bullshit. I literally gave it to the instructor in his hand personally. I was like, sir, I turned it in to his hand, basically just telling him that I turned it in. And he tried telling me like, oh, I don't know if you're lying, this and this, like I never got it. Basically telling me like he never got the paper. But that's fucking retarded, because I got the paper back in hand, graded. So like, how you gonna tell me that you did not get the paper? He's telling me like, oh, you're gonna have to sign this, a probation paper, saying that if you mess up again, we could kick you out at any time. So, oh well, I took it, whatever. As I'm running back from the sergeant's office, I don't know if you guys follow like signs, like angel numbers and like myths that they say about like good luck and shit. Basically, as I'm running, 2 ladybugs literally land on me right after that happens, and I'm just like taking it like, oh, like, no, I shouldn't worry about this, because like, you know, they're trying to give me signs pretty much, you know. So I just didn't take it to heart. Time goes by, a week later, we take the unit test. From based off of everything that we've learned from the 6 weeks we're there, I fail it, which I know my dumb ass, I should have studied more, I'm not gonna lie. They were able to give us a retake. If you fail that retake, then you're just kicked out. That was perfect for them, because they told me basically I failed, so they could just kick me out right then and there. But they gave me the retake. I took the retake. Before I took the retake, that whole week they were just chewing me out, trying to make me quit, and trying to make me ring the bell. If you ring the bell there, then you're just saying that you want to quit. So they just send you home. I took the retake, and then they called me later on that day into the office, and they gonna tell me like, oh, like, basically we're gonna have you sign these papers, and saying that basically a paper of release. What the fuck? And he's like, do you know why you're signing these papers? And I was like, I'm guessing because I failed the test, right? And they were like, yeah, which was already fishy to me from the start, because why didn't you just tell me like I failed the test? You were just trying to see what I say so you could just go along with it, right? But first of all, they didn't even tell me what I got the second time. And then I asked, I was like, what did I get? The first time I got a 66% or something like that, or 67. I know it was like, I know a 60 is like, it's passing with a D or something like that. I'm not too sure what it is. But you had to get a requirement of 70% on the test. And so when I asked them what I got the second time, they're gonna tell me that I got the same score. They're gonna tell me that I got the same score. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get the same score twice? when I actually studied for the second time, and I felt like I was getting all the questions right. So how you gonna tell me that I'm gonna get the same score the second time around? They was trying to tell me like, oh, like in the future, because we use Moreno Valley College to take all our tests on, because it was right there next to the academy. They told me to drop out the class once I sign all the papers and stuff, like later on, like in a couple days, to drop the class so it doesn't affect me later on if I want to go back to school. So I went back. After I left, I was like, okay, like something doesn't feel right. I went back to go drop the class, and they had already took me out. The only reason I wanted to go back into the portal was because I wanted to see what I actually got on the test. And once I went back to go to see what I actually got, they had already dropped me out the fucking class. They didn't even show me a paper or nothing from what I actually got. Like it didn't feel right. Like even in my gut was telling me like, bro, something's not right. Like how is this gonna happen? It's just crazy, bro. I thought like it was gonna be cool, but I mean at the end of the day, like they honestly can kick out whoever they want at any moment. It's just, if they don't like you, they're gonna pick on you, they're gonna do this, anything, they're gonna try to do anything to just make you leave. But it's cool. I mean, God has bigger plans for us, and we just gonna keep grinding until that shit happens. I mean, he already put me back on the track with this whole content creating thing. I mean, I've been reaching goals. I mean, we just dropped a video, now I'm filming another video, and I just got ideas popping up in my head and shit. So we're just gonna go crazy, bro. I'm telling you, 2025. I mean, we're gonna move different. Two people had asked me like, why didn't I continue with the police academy? I didn't want to continue with it because, right before I took that retake test, I was just praying, bro. Like honestly, I was praying. I was just asking God. I was being truthful with myself, with God. I was like, honestly, God, like if this shit is not meant for me, bro, then make sure I fail that test. Just take me out right here, because I know my pride is way bigger to quit than to stay in there. I just didn't want to quit, so I just told God, like I was honest to God. I was praying, and I just told him, I was like, honestly, like if this is not meant for me, if you don't want me here, if this is not what I'm supposed to be doing in life, then just make sure I fail this test. Kick me out right then and there. Simple. It's gonna be easier for me to fail the test and leave and be kicked out than for me to stay and be doing what I'm not supposed to be doing. So we're coming into the end of the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I mean, if you guys have any clarifications or need some clarity, just comment down below what you guys didn't understand, what else you guys want to know. All right, guys, that pretty much sums up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, it was something a little different. I know a lot of people wanted to hear the story time. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you guys go follow me. I do post stuff before the video even drops, so or even like Q&As whenever I'm gonna do Q&A. Like for this video, I did drop a poll or like a questions box where people could just ask me a bunch of questions. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little something different. Comment, like, subscribe, and fuck with your boy. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.